Welcome everyone to the Assembled Collections. This is a series of 3 collections having to do with the assembly of heritage materials like stone and wood. 2 of these collections are LVT, and 1 of the collections is a comprehensive carpet tile and plank collection, which we'll show you in a second. The first collection is right here, and this is assembled woods. And it's a really beautiful example of a parquet floor that we have reinterpreted in a very bespoke, custom way that looks like somebody hand cut these wood flitches and installed them in a faceted pattern on the floor. So very high-end, very sophisticated look in an LVT. We also have a fabulous cousin to assembled woods called assembled travertine.
We've kept with the same size, the same specifications, same format to allow the collections to be intermingled. But from a travertine perspective, we've taken 2 colorways in each tile and blended them together in the same way. And the difference being on this one is there is a vertical, horizontal, parallel structure element that represents almost a hand-carved, sculpted element. It is a flat surface, but it brings in a handmade quality into the assembled travertine square. And to support this, there will be 5 individual slabs that again are components of the tiles that are extracted out into a wall-to-wall slab environment. So we've got woods and we've got travertine, and then we'll start to talk about assembled threads.
And all of these fall into our technique category of craft core, and that is because all of these were inspired by heritage materials that have been used for art and craft and design for centuries.
And when we get into the assembled threads, again, it's a broad scale collection. We have a carpet tile in thread line, which you see here for the most part. We keep with the same angles that we've followed through in the woods and the travertine. 2 color families per tile, and then to support that, are extracted out of that would be 10 colorways, and that represents in a plank format, would be just a very simple texture that you can use across the space. Premium product. This would be using Duracolor Tricore. And then it also uses our EcoFlex One backing, which is unique to our business. Royce?
Yeah, and the patterning that Mark mentioned is really, I think, very special because it works both with the travertine and with the wood. The threadline pattern is very reminiscent of both wood and stone and how it is actually obtained to become a material. So wood is sawn or cut at an angle to give the grain the most exposure, and then obviously stone is quarried and it's cut and chiseled in a certain way to let you expose the graining of the pattern work embedded within. So the carpet can work with either of these patternings because it's embedded in the style that has been tufted. There's also Composite Ground, which is a rectangular plank that goes along with the thread line, and there's 8 colorways here, but there's 16 colorways of Composite Ground. So we're using the lighter value and the darker value of each of these to come together and give you a much more expansive palette. So there are a lot of ways to lay this out by itself as carpet or use it with the 2 sister companion LVT collections. One more thing, there is another carpet tile that's installed in another area of the showroom, and that is called Contour Drift. And that looks just like limestone, travertine, and marble. All of those are soft stones that have veining and movement of minerals within, and that is the pattern that you'll see when we go look at Contour Drift.